Picture a perfect summer hike. Birds chirping, your kids laughing, the Ozarks pines swaying. Then a shadow shifts, a knife gleams in the sun, and your world collapses. On July 26, 2025, this nightmare struck at Devil's Den State Park, where Clinton and Cristen Brink were brutally stabbed to death, their 7- and 9-year-old daughters fleeing as their mother's screams faded into the void. Now, bone-chilling secrets about 28-year-old Andrew James McGann, a teacher arrested with blood on his hands, suggest he was hunting the girls, his blade meant for a darker fate. Welcome to Untold Crimes and Affairs, where we tear open the shadows of this horror. Tonight, we unveil a death penalty looming, haunting online clues, and a theory so twisted it'll haunt you. Hit like, subscribe, and brace for terror. This is the Devil's Den Murders, Unraveled.
Clinton David Brink, 43, and Cristen Amanda Brink, 41, had moved to Prairie Grove, Arkansas from South Dakota on July 16th. Their water connected just 10 days before. Clinton, set to start as a milk delivery driver for Highland Dairy on July 28th, and Cristen, a former nurse with a warm smile, dreamed of a new chapter. That Saturday, they hiked the 1.5-mile Devil's Den Trail with their daughters, unaware a predator stalked the shadows. At 2:40 p.m., a 911 call shattered the silence. 2 bodies, blood soaking the dirt. Major Stacy Rhodes revealed the agony. Clinton was attacked first. Cristen hid her girls in the brush, then ran back to fight for him, only to be stabbed herself. Autopsies confirmed a knife as the weapon, their wounds a testament to a desperate struggle. The girls, found trembling by a hiker, described a man in dark clothes, his face a mask of intent, sparking a 5-day manhunt that gripped the nation.
On July 30, Arkansas State Police stormed Lupita's beauty salon in Springdale, 30 miles from the crime. At 4:57 p.m., Andrew James McGann sat mid-haircut, a cape draped over him, his fade unfinished. Viral surveillance footage shows officers cuffing him as scissors fell silent, the stylist noting he seemed tired, sunburned, unusually quiet, with fresh cuts on his hands, marks of a struggle.
Yeah, something fell off about him. He looked pretty scary. He didn't look like he was okay.
His Kia Stinger, its license plate taped over, matched a witness's report of a car speeding from Highway 170, blood smeared inside. Police seized knives, a North Face shirt, and a double backpack from his home, matching a hiker's trail photo of a man in a long-sleeved shirt, dark cap, sunglasses, and fingerless gloves, eerie for July's heat. McGann confessed, admitting he didn't know the Brinks, but DNA from a blood trail, likely his own, sealed his guilt. Major Rhodes sneered. He was sloppy. Public tips and that car led us right to him. On August 1, McGann stood in Washington County Courthouse, his striped jail uniform a far cry from his teacher's charm. He spoke only to confirm his name, his silence a chilling void as the judge barred contact with the Brink family and set no bond. Prosecutor Brandon Carter dropped a bombshell. The death penalty is on the table, with aggravating factors like premeditation. The probable cause affidavit paints a calculated killer. A taped license plate, knives, and a confession scream intent. His next hearing, set for August 25, may come sooner as Arkansas's death row, home to 23 inmates, looms.
The state is going to pursue the death penalty in this case. I've never been involved in a death penalty case that didn't last multiple years.
Washington County Prosecutor Brandon Carter has made it clear the death penalty is not off the table. At a July 31st press conference, he declared, "It is my intention to use the full weight of my office to bring this defendant to justice for the Brinks family." Arkansas law allows capital murder convictions to carry a death sentence, and McGann's 2 counts, each tied to a brutal, premeditated killing, meet the state's criteria. Aggravating factors, like the attack's heinous nature and its occurrence in front of children, could sway a jury, Carter told 5 News. Arkansas has executed 8 inmates since 2017, with 23 currently on death row, showing the state's willingness to pursue lethal injection. However, Carter noted the decision rests with a jury, and the case could take years, as defense attorneys may argue McGann's lack of prior criminal history or mental state. Online discussions speculate jurors will see the Brink's heroism and the girl's trauma as reasons to push for the maximum penalty. Will McGann face the needle, or will legal delays spare him? The answer lies in a jury's hands, but the prosecutor's resolve is ironclad.
McGann's past is a web of red flags. A 2022 Oklahoma State graduate, he taught 4th grade at Donald Elementary in Flower Mound, Texas in 2022-2023. Parent Sierra Markham called him cold and standoffish, reporting her son overheard McGann tell a young girl, "If you were older, I'd marry you." Another parent, Lindsay Polyak, noted questionable behavior toward female students, prompting complaints. He was placed on leave for poor classroom management and student favoritism, resigning in May 2023. No misconduct was proven, but the whispers chill the spine. In 2023-2024, he taught at Spring Creek Elementary in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, and in 2024-2025 at Sand Springs, leaving both voluntarily. Hired by Springdale Public Schools as Drew McGann for 2025-2026, he hadn't started. His name change and state hopping, 3 in 3 years, reek of evasion. Did schools miss a predator hiding in plain sight?
McGann's online presence paints an unsettling picture. On a dating app, women reported matching with him, describing him as charming yet eerie, his profile boasting about trail running and a hype playlist to get him going. One woman, who later deleted her account, told reporters she matched with him days before the murders, his messages fixated on hiking trails and quiet spots in the Ozarks. He posted about joining the Dolphin family at Donald Elementary in 2022, his smiling photo with a 4th grade class now haunting in hindsight. Online, he shared photos of himself jogging remote trails, captioned with phrases like, "chasing the thrill." These clues, reported in online discussions, raise a chilling question. Was McGann scouting trails like Devil's Den, planning his attack? His digital footprint, blending charm with obsession, suggests a man hiding a darker side, one that may have led him to that bloodied trail.
Police called the attack random, with Colonel Mike Hagar insisting there's no evidence the daughters were targeted. But retired FBI agent Jennifer Coffin-Dyfus Guinea is a nightmare. Were the 7- and 9-year-old girls McGann's true prey? His gear, taped license plate, fingerless gloves, double backpack, screams a plan, not a whim. A hiker's report of a man in a North Face shirt lingering near the trailhead, watching families, fuels suspicion. As a teacher, McGann was around young girls daily, his resignations trailing parent concerns. Coffin-Dyfus suggests he scouted Devil's Den, a family-friendly trail, waiting for the perfect mark. Did he plan to abduct the girls, his backpack ready to carry a child? Kristen's heroism, hiding her daughters before fighting back, may have stopped a fate worse than death. Imagine the horror if the parents hadn't resisted, a child vanishing into the Ozarks, McGann's car speeding away, never to be seen again. The taped plate, the gloves, the knife, it's a predator's toolkit. The FBI is testing his DNA against unsolved cases, hunting for a pattern. Could he have stalked other trails, other families?
Just because an arrest has been made doesn't mean the investigation is over, and Colonel Hager touched on this yesterday during his press conference. Law enforcement in this office will continue to investigate this case with the evidence that we've gained from the search warrants that were conducted the night of his arrest.
Northwest Arkansas is a shadow of itself. Devil's Den's trails remain closed, rangers patrolling as hikers report unease, some claiming they saw a man matching McGann's description days before, lingering too long, his eyes too sharp. Over 500 tips, from photos to surveillance, led to his arrest. The GoFundMe by cousin Sherry Reed, verified by Prairie Grove's mayor, has raised over $24,000 for the Brink girls, including a third sister not at the park. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders called notifying the family one of the worst experiences of her tenure, urging prayers. In Miles City, Montana, where the Brinks lived for 4 years, locals mourned their super cool couple. The girls' courage, describing the killer, sparked the manhunt, but their loss is a wound that won't heal.
I feel the weight of this case, and began to feel the weight of it then, and will continue to feel the weight going forward. And having that weight is a good thing for this office, so that we always remember how serious of a case this is, and how it needs our undivided and full attention.
McGann's charm fooled schools across Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas, despite parent complaints and resignations. A national teacher misconduct database is beyond urgent. Children's lives hang in the balance. Coffin Daffer's theory, backed by his predatory gear, paints a monster, not a random killer. His DNA may unlock other crimes, but for the Brink girls, no justice can replace their parents' love. If this case terrifies you, smash like, subscribe, and comment. Random attack or a predator's plan? Will McGann face the death penalty? Stay vigilant, and we'll see you in the next case.